Hey guys, welcome back. Part 5, I think this is, of the Baja rebirth. What I've done is, instead of boring you guys with endless episodes of pulling something apart, putting it back together and everything like that, I've gone and started to reassemble this truck. So, just to speed things up a little, because there's nothing worse than having 20 episodes or 20 videos of putting something back together. So I thought I'd just speed things up a little bit, because we want to get to the good stuff. We want to get to the good stuff. Get this bad boy out. Get it out running. A running video, so you can see what I mean. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun with these, wrenching, building, all part of the deal. But just to save things, I thought I'd move forward and actually start assembling this truck. So I think on the last video that you've seen, I hadn't had anywhere near this done. I think most of the front suspension was together but not on the truck. So we'll bring the camera in and I'll show you some of the things that we've done here. Now, what we can see on this truck here, there's a lot of nice shiny looking bits on here. Still not finished, but with regards to the front suspension, you know, like one of the videos I showed when I put the hubs together, when I did the steering and everything else. But now we have the big bore shocks, you know, the nice shiny upper plate, which is, I said on one of the videos before, it's from Outlaw RC, which funnily enough has got the Made in Australia logo on it. So alongside of that, I've actually bound the radio and transmitter. So that part's all done now. All I've got left to do there is hook up the throttle linkage, put the fuel lines in, do the air filter, among a few other things to do. So it's getting there. It's getting there. I've installed the chrome or polished alloy pull start handle. On this side of the truck, you can see a few new alloy bits, all the orange pieces in here. There's a back brace down there, the side brace here, you know, under the back, rear alloy braces in here. Brand new sway bars installed on the back and on the front. And as you can see in there, more orange alloy bits and everything else. So, still a few things to go, like you can see. The side body mounts are all on, attached, tight, ready to rock and roll, with the underguards, whatever, on each side. Still have to go on yet. We also I've come across a couple of issues with reinstalling everything on this truck. So one of the things is the pipe that we're using on this truck and the cage that we're going to put on this truck, which you've probably seen in the background. We've got what the dramas are going to be. Now, the Dominator wraparound pipe, I'm not sure on the exact name for this, but so it sits like so. Now, the two mounts for your side body mounts, there's the rear bolts have to come out, so it mounts into those. Now, the cage. What I have done with this cage is still not painted yet. I've gone over and smoothed out all the nicks and everything else, and tried to do the edges of the cage itself, where to give it a bit more of a rounded look, so it looks like a proper cage, so it's not so square looking. Okay, so the problems we're going to have goes on. Now, as you can see, yeah, that looks pretty good, but we have an issue. What I've done, in the front part of the cage, two mounts on the side here, and on this other side, this brace, right? The brace, which sits inside here, runs across the front here. Now that is in the way for this pipe. So I've removed that to have a look to see what other dramas we're going to have. Now, at the back here, where the pipe comes out, now this thing should sit sort of there. Now, as you can see, this brace across here hits on the pipe. Now, I've tried wriggling the cage around to try and get the pipe to come up through here. It still hits. Now, failing removing this whole section. See, all this bar work through here is all one piece. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there, or screws, and one each side over here. I mean, that's doable to run this pipe, but the other drama we're going to have is less strength in this area. But when the body's on, even without the body on, getting to this creates a drama with starting, especially with the body on, because you can't get any access past this pipe, which is where the hole in the body is here. So we may not use the cage, or we may not use this pipe. I've got to talk to old matey about it to see what he reckons. So failing that, the cage, like I said, it still needs to be painted. But we're gonna cross that bridge when we come to it to see what our mate wants to do. So whether we do that, whether we use this pipe, or I have another alternative, whether we use this sucker. Now this was off that other buggy. If you've seen in one of my other videos, it also, I don't even know what the brand of this sucker is, but side pipe. So you've got the separate header pipe, bolt on the back, and it sits inside the cage. So we don't have to pull anything out. I've already trial fitted this. The bar that I pull out of the front goes back in, and the cage fits perfect. Right, so see which way he wants to go, is whether he wants to go with the cage or without the cage. Without the cage, we'll run this pipe. So, moving on. Today, for this video, we're going to do, like I said, I'll give you guys an update on where we're at with the truck, considering we're 3 parts done, as well as some goodies that's come in, some other bits and pieces. Also, I'm going to install the fuel lines into the tank, pre-oil one of the oil one of the air filters. We'll install that on the truck, and I've got something else to show you guys too. I went and picked this up the other day off our matey. Now, I did tell you about the body for this truck, which is the short course versions, the 5SC. Before I get to that, one of the little things that I found out along the way with rebirthing this animal was the 2 HPI Baja trucks. Now, you all know there's the 5T and there's the 5SC. One thing to tell, I found a way to tell the difference, and this is even in the 2 workshop manuals or instruction manuals, whatever you want to call them. When you look at the parts, one's got orange bits, the other has the gunmetal grey bits. Now, what I found, my 5T, Baja 5T, has all orange bits, right? Highlight, it's even in the manual. The 5SC has all the gunmetal grey aluminium bits. Just a bit of useless trivia there, but it might help you guys to identify things if you're buying one second hand or whatever else. You can, if it doesn't have the body, so long as they haven't been changed, since factory. But that's how you can tell the difference between the 2 trucks. Apart from SC has the rear bar set up like this with the flaps and a different front bar. 5T has the light bar, spotlights on the front. Righto, like I said, I went and picked up the body. Ta-da! Look at this bad boy. Have a gander at this. The 5SC body, it's a little bit dirty, but look at it. Look at the paint on this thing. I don't know if you can see the colour changes in the paint, right? Now, a lot of you guys will see this paint straight up and go, I know what that is. That's that Harlequin paint. And you know what? You're dead right. It's exactly what it is. So, I think it looks awesome. I think it looks sexy. Especially considering it's probably a pretty expensive paint. Personally, I wouldn't actually put it on an RC body, but in saying that, it's done. I mean, it looks awesome. It looks freaking awesome. So, the other things I plan to do with this truck, once we get to the point where it's mostly all reassembled, is I'm going to build a bit of a light bar. It's because being the 5SC truck, they don't come with lights on the front, whereas the 5T does. It's got the actual proper bar for it. Now I'm going to make an alloy extension piece to go on the front here so we can mount some lights. Now I don't know whether I'll go 3 lights on here and then put 4 up the top. But the more I think about it, this body's too nice to drill holes in. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I've bought some aluminium stuff to do the job. So, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm keen enough to drill holes in this nice body. So, beautiful, beautiful. Right, moving on. Now, what we have, while I think of it, we've had some bits come in, right? So, what we've got, this bag of goodies. Now, this turned up the other day, okay? So, what we've got, we've ordered some stuff for our mate's truck and mine. Two filters, inner and outers, brand new suckers. 2 of them, and one of these I'll be oiling. Also in the bag we have, voila, fuel lines. Brand new fuel lines and a new fuel filter. Now the fuel filter on this is a fair size bigger, or fair bit bigger than the original one that was in the tank. So we're going to run with this bad boy. Now I will show you on the other video I actually brought up that we've got some new fuel line. Won't be using it, and I'll show you why. Because if you have a close look at this here, now all this black fuel line generally is for the intake, so suction from your tank to your carby, right? And the return line from your tank is usually like a clear or yellow or whatever. Main reason for that is so that you can see. Picture having this on your suction and your return. Now, you can't see fuel going back to your tank. Right? I mean, it's not necessary, but it does help. The other thing is, we look right in close to here. Now you can see where these go in. See the gap? See the hole? Straight in there. It's not sealed. Now I've seen this on the other truck that we picked up. Now all I've done is put some Sikaflex or Celastic or whatever there to try and stop fuel, because fuel's just going to come out of that. That's a no-brainer, okay? So we won't use that. Be a good spare fuel line. That grommet, well, it's kind of useless. I mean, in a pinch, yeah, you could use that if you didn't have anything else and you had some silicone or whatever, Celastic, whatever you want to call it, Sikaflex, to go in there, it'll get you out of trouble. Generally, use the proper stuff. Also, oh look, we've got a nice little sticker from Predator RC, which I think is Australian. Yes? No? I'm not too sure. Not too sure on that one. Predator RC. They do some good stuff, right? Also, look, there's a lolly. Oh, lolly. ODB, I don't even know. It looks like one of those Starburst type ones. Anyway, whatever, lolly. Also have in the bag, last couple of things in this bag of goodies. Shock boots. 2 sets. Now, one for mine and one for the other little buggy. Good. This truck doesn't need them, doesn't come with them. Okay, that's that. Now, apart from, I forgot to mention before, that when I rebuilt this truck, and one of my first videos that I did, had the screw kit. So what I've actually done, upon reassembly of this truck, I've actually replaced everything that I could, that I had a new bolt, a screw, or nut for, replaced it with new stuff. Because if you're going to strip a truck down that far, you're better off replacing screws and everything else, bolts, because simple fact is they can round out. Now I had that same drama on one of the other trucks, because the hex rounds out in them, you're screwed, pardon the pun. You got to drill them out, tap it, re-tap it, whatever else. So I can show you under here, whoops, batteries fell down to the ground. On the bottom of the chassis here, as you can see, all the main, especially the main ones, like the chassis to front chassis to rear chassis joint, the motor mounts, all brand new. Brand new, shouldn't have a drama with them. And a lot, like I said before, rear suspension, front, everything that I've pulled apart, that I had screws for and nuts and bolts replaced. It's just good practice, I guess. So if you're ever going to pull something down, you're not going to try and worry about stripping shit out. Okay, righto. Next, what I'm going to do now is, like I've showed you all this suspension on another video, so I'm not going to go back too far over that stuff. Now, what I'm going to do to get it out the way first, I'm going to give it time to soak in. So I'm going to oil one of the filters. What I've got here, this is the stuff I like to use. I mean, I use this on the dirt bikes and kids four-wheelers, air filter and all that sort of stuff. It's just another brand of air filter oil. Now, there's a lot out there. You get some with the kit when you buy these trucks. I prefer to use this. I mean, I already have this. Same, it's good stuff. Okay, so, right, okay, we'll continue on with this. Righto, so what I'm going to do here is, this is brand new. Like I said last time, this one here was a new one. Now, I don't know whether the truck was ever used, but I'm going to put that on one of the other rigs. But we will be using the cage out of it, okay? Now, inner filter always must be oiled. Outer one, okay, don't need it. Inner one always must need to be oiled. Prevent dirt and shit getting in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it. We'll oil this one up. I need it plastic. Best way of doing it, get yourself a plastic bag, a Ziploc bag, so you can oil the you-know-what out of the filter. Drop it in the bag, massage it. You don't get any oil and all that sort of crap on your hands, okay? So, right, we'll get to it. Now, shake your tin. And the spray stuff's just as good as this stuff here. This is the HPI stuff you get with your truck and all that sort of stuff. Nothing wrong with it. That's perfectly fine. But I just prefer to use this Motul brand, which is just like the oil I prefer to use in my two-stroke fuel. I use Motul. But nothing, like I said, nothing wrong with this. You still use this stuff. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. But when you do it, if you don't want to get crap on your hands, soak your filter, put it in a bag, massage it so that you get even coating all the way through. So what we'll do here is I'm going to get crap on my hands anyway. So let's just do this. And what we'll do is we'll just spray it on. It's as simple as that. Rotate it around. Try and get a nice even coverage on your filter. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go all around the ends. Soak the whole filter. Make sure you get good coverage over the whole filter. And it doesn't matter if you miss a little bit because you're going to put it in the bag in a minute and massage it through the whole filter anyway. So, because what happens with this stuff, it, whoops, Mrs. is going to be cranky with that. Bit of oil on the cloth. So what happens is, so you got a good thing. What happens is that when it starts to dry a little bit, it goes all sticky. Okay, so I'm going to throw this bad boy. No, I think I've already. Yeah, throw this bad boy. Now it looks like that. Okay, oiled. It might not look like it's got even coverage because it's in a spray can. Everything's cold and wet looking. So drop it in the bag. Do the bag up. Keep the crap off your fingers. If you're like me, a bit clumsy shit, got bloody stuff on your hands already. Righto, it's in the bag. Simple thing to do is to just work it in there. Just work it around the bag. Okay. Massage it so you get rub it, massage it, massage it. That's what she said. Anyway, make sure you get good coverage. Righto, squish it around. Okay, it doesn't matter if you use a bit too much. Try not to totally drown the damn thing, but just give it enough so as you can get good coverage over the whole filter, so it's actually not going to suck any crud into your carby, right? So, righto, that's all it needs to do. Okay, so we'll just set that aside because what will happen later on is it'll start to go tacky, which is what you want, which is what it's supposed to do. That's its job. Okay. Oh, also, while I think of it, I've got another little bit, like I was saying, the last video with the air filter assembly. Now, because that filter that we just oiled slips over top of there, and then it will go like, I'll run through it in a nutshell, right? So when we go to put it installed in the truck, so basically it's going to sit like that. Now, also managed to pick up, and this might seem a little bit funny to some of you, right? So what happens is this goes on there like that, and you turn it so as it's not going to suck any shit through the front, right? Because the outer filter seals around the outside of that, okay? Now, this alloy part, I thought it was quite funny when I first, when I first seen it, it's from a mob. I have heard this name before, but a long time ago. If you have a look, Team Gonads, okay? What the? Team Gonads. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Team Gonads. Alright. Oh, okay, now, moving on. Fuel lines. We will install these suckers now, okay? So, these, get the bag. Okay, that's what you get when you order your fuel line and filter assembly all in one hit, okay? Like I said, the black line, it's got the filter on it, that's your suction. This yellow line is your return. So, suck your fuel through here into your carb, and you'll see it come out the return line back to the tank, okay? So that's what that's. It's always good to have a clear one there because you can see the fuel flowing through it. It means that's one way of telling that you've got fuel to the carby, right? Okay. Can't see it going through the black line. I mean, if you want, you can just run two of these. That's fine. You can see it going up, you can see it come back, whatever. So, simple as, let me get rid of that old thing. Okay, now all you do, it's pretty simple. You guys will have done this heaps of time, many times before. Simple as, drop in the tank. Right, now what I like to do is go just a little bit more. I've got pliers. Stuff back like the center here. Okay, I like to pull, I just like a little bit more hanging out than that. Okay, so just pull a bit more through. Boom. This one doesn't matter, it doesn't have to go right into your tank because all it is just a return line it's just a return line that returns fuel back to the tank. So it doesn't have to go deep into the tank. If it goes deep into the tank, it's a lot harder for the fuel to return. So moving on, all you do is push the grommet into, boom, installed. Filter, and I don't know if you can see down in the hole, if I can tip it over, see the filter in the bottom? All right, filter in there we go. That will stay anywhere. If the truck rolls over, it's designed to stay in the fuel. No matter where your truck is, whether it's on an angle, or, going on the side of a hill, up a hill, down a hill, that thing in there, otherwise known as a clunk, what it's designed to do is to stay in the fuel. So that's why it's got so much down the tank. So it can move around in the bottom of the tank and stay where the fuel is. Righto. Now, what I'm going to do, if I get my glasses so I can see. Okay, now get the camera around this side. What we have here is, I don't know if you can see it, but underneath the carby, there is your suction on this little nipple here. Right? Nipple. On the top here, that one there, that's your return. So that's where your yellow hose will go, black hose onto the bottom. So I'll try, and I might have to get some pointy nose pliers, just to try and make life a little easier. Now, this stuff is buggery too. Try and get this hose on. Sorry guys if my hands and arms are getting in the way. Let's get this bad sucker on here. So you might not be able to see, guys, because I'm trying to get this on. There's not a lot of room there. If I can get that up onto there, like that. Now, so you just it is a bit of a pain in the backside to get onto. if you want to install that before you install the carby, you can. It's up to you. Just means you got all this other shit hanging off. So, bottom one's on. Top one. Just push him on. Push him under there. Voila. Installed. Now, it's up to you where you want to run these. That's fine. I mean, they've got this little separator here, so you can attach that to anywhere you like. Put that on however you like, where you might want, you know, whatever. So that's it. It's installed. Fuel system done. Now, we'll just leave that. Now, right, we'll check on this air filter, which should be able to take a little time to soak. Okay, so we'll chuck this sucker out of here, pull it out of here. It's gonna get sticky. So you are not gonna keep all this crap off your hands, but you know, if you can, I may have to do that again. Let's see on my hands, see the oils. It's probably not quite right. They get tacky, sticky, so, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to wait for that to actually be tacky and all that sort of stuff. So you can just sort of see a bit there coming off my fingers. So you don't actually have to wait for that to go tacky. You can still install it. You got plenty. See when you rub your hands across there. Oh, so you can see it come off the bag. There we go. Look, sticky. That's tacky. That's how it'll go. Okay. And you can see those like cobwebs sort of things there. Okay. So I will grab myself a rag and get this rubbish off my hands. Now, installing of this bad boy, like I said before, oh, got some shit there, like I said before. Cradle, cage, whatever you want to call it. Looks like now it's starting to get tacky, look at that. Alright, so that goes onto there. Then, you get the other half of this, two halves of these, actually. Now, what happens here is, I really get, hang on, sorry, my bad. That sits inside there like that, right? Now you have to wriggle this around so you get it sort of central. There's other different types of air filter cages out there, but this is the HPI one. So that's that half. Now they got like a little pivot point here. Stick it into there, and that closes around under that. Okay. What that does is it actually goes on. So when we do that, oh God almighty, I dropped that down. I stuffed up there, guys, sorry about that. Install this sucker under on that plate there, right? So that's onto there. Now, easy way to do is I usually find you hold that forward so you can actually slide this one in because that sits inside that plate. Under there, boom, straight like that. Right, and that goes around there, which, when you get this in now, I've got this shit all over my hands. Okay, so that's on there, just like that. Now, what happened to that other thing? Righto, thank you, assistant. Now this is, this goes in, like I said before, into that little bloody latch there, folding him down, and it clips into there, boom. That's that, right? Simple as. Now, just let me wipe this off. Wipe a bit of this sticky, because you can see now it's starting to get real sticky, real tacky. So, you just install this bad boy onto here. Put him on, make sure it comes all the way down, touches the bottom. Starting to get shit on there. Righto. On. Now. Gonads. We'll stick that on there. Like I said, line it up with the slots, put it on, push it on, and turn it. Okay? That's it. That's installed. Now there's others there that slide him on. You just put a little pin through, like your body pin or something, like a little one of that. There we go. That's installed. As for this locator, I'll deal with that later. Depends on where I want to run it. Righto, so that's that. Fuel line's in. That's ready to go. Now, air filter on, we've got our gonads part installed. Now, just to finish off the fuel system, make it all pretty, we have chrome fuel cap, or sorry, not chrome, aluminium. There we go. Check it out. Looks pretty cool. Okay, it's just a little pretty thing. But when you buy these, sometimes you may get them with no rubber cap, no rubber seals inside. Simply just pull the one out of your old cap, out of your old fuel cap, stick it in this one, good to go. So, all in all, now, I think that'll do this video. I think we'll finish it there. There's nothing much else that I can really update you on, except for the fact of the matter is, got the rear shocks to install still. I did find that one of the rear shocks, the cap was leaking, so I may have to get a new rubber seal for the top of that. So probably the next video you see they'll already be installed. I will be finding out which way our matey wants to go. With his pipe versus the cage. But other than that, we're just about ready to start this bad boy up. Big boy. Don, how you going, buddy? Now, also, like there's some other bits and pieces that I've got, along the lines and stuff like that. Like, do you need them? Yeah, they're handy. Do they keep some shit out? Yeah, no, whatever. Personal choices, We may stick them on the back of this truck. I don't know. Like I said, that's going to be. We'll end this video here because there's still a few things to do. I'm starting to ramble on a bit now, trying to think of things to say. But that's where we're at. That's the update we've got so far. Things are coming along quite nicely, and at the end of the day, maybe even the next video, now that I think of it, maybe the next video we'll start this bad boy up for the first time since I actually stripped this thing apart. So maybe the next video, we'll see how things pan out. I am busy with work and everything, so the next one maybe we may try and fire this sucker up. But anyway, for now, that'll do for now. This video's gone long enough already, so like and subscribe, guys. Leave some comments if you like. I'll try and answer them. And that's it. Until next time, keep tuning in, keep watching. Leave me some comments. I'm all for things if I've actually missed something or whatever else. That's all good. It's all good. So stay tuned. We've still got some things to go. We've still got some fun times. Once this truck's done, I will be doing the other trucks. Maybe I won't be doing them on the air, but the next one I will be showing is that little buggy I was talking about in the last episode. Anyway, get outside, have fun, get your RCs, go and burn some juice, burn some rubber, do whatever, but get out of the house. Alright guys, till next time, have fun, catch you then.